On the edge of a quiet Welsh village stood a crumbling manor house the locals avoided. Children dared each other to touch its iron gate, but few went further. The house had no name on maps, and villagers whispered it had no end. Eleanor, a travel blogger chasing forgotten places, rented the property for a weekend. She loved urban exploration and wanted photos of the decaying grandeur. The agent who gave her the key said little, only muttering, "Lock every door behind you." The manor groaned as she entered, dust rising with every step. Chandeliers sagged, wallpaper peeled, and yet the house seemed expectant. She began snapping pictures, moving room to room. The first oddity struck quickly. She entered a hallway lined with portraits of stern men and pale women. At the end, a door led to the kitchen. But when she turned around, the hallway stretched longer, the portraits multiplying. She frowned. Did I miss a turn? Retracing her steps, she found herself at another hallway, nearly identical, but slightly darker. Another set of portraits stared down, their eyes painted with unnerving detail. She shook her head. Just the house playing tricks. But the deeper she went, the more hallways appeared. Each ended with a door leading to another hall. Sometimes the portraits repeated, but their expression shifted. One smiled faintly, where before it had scowled. Another now seemed to glance sideways. Her pulse quickened. She marked a wall with lipstick to test it. Hours later, she found the same wall, the mark smeared. But the portrait above it had changed, its painted hand raised as though pointing toward a door. By nightfall, Eleanor was lost. Her phone's GPS showed nothing but blank space. She tried leaving doors open behind her, but when she turned back, they had closed. The handles rattled, locked tight. Exhausted, she collapsed in a small sitting room. A fire burned in the hearth, though she hadn't lit it. On the mantel lay a journal. She opened it, hands trembling. The handwriting belonged to different people, over different decades, yet all said the same thing. The house does not end. It shifts, it grows, it keeps you until you're part of it. Eleanor dropped the book. Shadows in the corners seemed to twitch. The portraits here showed people she didn't recognize, until she looked closer. Their clothes were modern, their faces frightened. One portrait looked exactly like her, camera strap around her neck, eyes wide. "No," she whispered. She ran, choosing doors at random, desperate for an exit. Hours bled into days. Her water ran out. The house remained endless. On the third night, she heard footsteps behind her. She spun, but no one was there. Yet the portraits showed her being followed, a dark figure, blurred, always at her back. By the fourth day, she stopped running. She sat beneath a portrait of herself, now smiling faintly. She understood. The house didn't trap its visitors. It absorbed them. Every face on the walls had once been real. Her final journal entry joined the others. The house is not endless. It ends with me. Weeks later, villagers saw lights flicker in the manor's windows, but no one entered. The house still stands, waiting. And inside, a new portrait hangs. Eleanor, forever holding her camera, watching the next guest arrive.